Hello, my loves. Welcome to a new pick a card reading. Today we're going to be going in deep on if your person still loves you and do they still care. Now, this is for anybody, whether you are in separation with little to no contact or you are currently in your connection but you're feeling some sort of a disconnect. You feel like maybe there's been some distance emotionally or something's, you're feeling that something may be a little bit off, but we just need to regroup here. We need to, figure out what it is. So we're going to take a deep look at what your person is thinking and feeling, right? Like, do they still want to be in this connection? Do they still love you? Do they still care? And if you are in separation, do they miss you? We'll look at all of that, okay? And so before I get into your card choices today, I just want to say thank you to everybody who sent me emails, who sent me donations to the channel with beautiful notes. Thank you so much. And all of your messages of support for my son, because in my last reading, I had said, please do hit that subscribe button, because when you do, you are helping a single mom and her very sweet son go to college. Actually, not me, him. As in, yes, I just want to tell you how much it means to me when you support this channel. My biggest goal is to help as many people as possible to get clarity, confidence, and to come into union or reunion with your special person. And it would mean the absolute world to me if we could help more people. If we could reach 100,000 subscribers on this channel, I just feel like we could do so much more good in this world. So that is why I'm asking you, please do help me to reach my goal of helping more people, especially if you've been a long-time viewer. Please do subscribe. Like I said, I am a single mom. I've raised 2 boys on my own. My younger one is still in high school and my older one is in college. And so I cannot tell you how much it helps me for every one of you who subscribe. I'm telling you, it literally does help put my son through college. And if not for me, please do it for him. He is the sweetest, best son any mother could ever have. I feel like he is literally a blessing and a gift from spirit and the universe, and I want to support him. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all of your love and support for him, all of the messages you sent. Thank you. I know there's a lot of us single moms and single parents in the Live Tarot community. We all know how tough it has been. Thank you for supporting me, and I support you 100% in return. Let's all just support each other on this journey to love, abundance, success. I'm here to support you, not just in, getting the love that you want, but also stepping into your highest vibrational greatest self, right? Because you deserve everything. You deserve abundance, money, love, success, all of it. And that's why we are here to do it together. So, okay, today I have a beautiful theme for you. It is cute bears. Okay, I love bears. I love all animals, but bears, I don't know, I think they're particularly cute. So we have group number 1, group number 2, group number 3. If you'd like to take a moment, take a deep breath, meditate, see which one of these 3 bears you feel the most intuitively guided to today. I'm going to read through each one and show you each one. So for group number 1, we have the black bear. Guardian, gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. So that is group number 1. So cute with that black bear and the little baby cub. So cute. Group number 2 is the polar bear. Mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. And for our group number 3, we have the grizzly bear. Power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. I love all three of them. It's a tough choice. So you can pick 1, 2, 3, or you can pick all. I don't know. I love them all. So let's go ahead and get started with group number 1. All right, my beautiful group 1 that chose the black bear. Let's take a look at, do they still love you? Do they still care? So before we actually get into that, we're going to get your affirmation of the day for our beautiful group 1. What is a powerful affirmation Spirit is giving you to help you stay in high vibration? I'm creating a beautiful life with my beloved twin. Beautiful. I love, love, lovey. So keep this in your vibration. Keep your spirits high. Keep your mind positive. All right, now let's get into your tarot. We have the 9 of coins or pentacles. We have the 5 of swords. And we have the 2 of cups. Wow. Okay, beautiful. So first, let's answer the main question. Do they still love you? Do they still care? Yes, absolutely. We have this 2 of cups that tells us that your person absolutely still loves you and they still care. Okay, so whether you are in a connection but you've been feeling some strife or feeling some emotional distance, or whether you are in separation, either way, this 2 of cups is telling me that right now your person is really longing for the connection that you had. Now, for some of you, I feel like this connection that you had or currently have was much, much stronger even just like maybe a few months ago. There's something here where I feel like your person has been feeling like there's been some erosion in this connection, this camaraderie. I feel like they are reminiscing about the times where you guys were really, really one. Like, look at that. Look at the way those 2 hands are intertwined. I feel like this is what your person is longing for. There was a time in which they felt this very, very powerful connection where the 2 of you were literally one. And there was something that was very uplifting in that to your person. There was something in that sense of the power of 2 versus just the power of 1 that made your person feel almost larger than life. You know, I feel like there was something about this love that made them feel that they could conquer the world, that they could do anything because they had your love, or that you were by their side, that you guys were in this together. I feel like there was some sort of the sense that it was almost like you two against the world, right? Like they felt that you are their person. That they felt that the 2 of you complemented each other and gave each other a lot of strength, a lot of power. There was a power in this connection that your person had never felt before. And so I feel like right now, this is something that they are reliving. Okay, even if you're in separation, this is something that your person is kind of reliving every day. Like they're trying to like grasp for it. They're trying to find their way energetically, vibrationally, and emotionally back to what this felt like. But I feel like if you're not in their life right now, I feel like they're not able to grasp that, obviously. Like they're not able to just conjure that feeling. They need that connection with you to do it, right? So I feel like your person is they definitely care. They definitely love you. Now, something has happened here that was a combination of either some sort of misunderstanding or ego battles that are making them feel like they're on their own right now. Look at this 5 of Swords combined with the 9 of Coins or Pentacles. This tells me that For some of you, there has definitely been some sort of struggle, standstill, or some sort of ending. Although it might not be something that is permanent, but there is some sort of a stepping back where your person is feeling definitely alone. Okay, they feel like they are alone, trying to come to terms with the things that may have happened that have caused some sort of a rift between the two of you. With this Nine of Pentacles, it's like right now I feel like they're trying to distract themselves by just focusing on their work, focusing on making money, because I feel like they're taking solace in that. Like, I feel like whatever this disconnect may be at this time, they're putting all of their energy or focus on money, career, finances, is giving them some sort of a reprieve from the very, very heavy emotions that they're going through right now. I feel like there's a lot of pain. Okay, and oftentimes the only way to get a break from the pain of struggle or separation is to focus on your material world, right? Because that's how you kind of run away from your emotions, or that's how you put some sort of a kind of like a soothing balm on your very raw emotions. It's pretty much the easiest way to distract yourself. So I feel like your person right now is very focused on their money, their career, and their finances, in order to distract themselves from the pain of what is going through or going on between the two of you. Now, if you guys aren't in separation and you are together, I feel like there is some sort of a pain or emotional pain that is going on between the two of you, because there's something that is not quite connecting, or that has gone into a disconnect. Like, this energy of deep connection is being a little bit right now severed, or kind of like not as deeply there because of some sort of a power struggle, or some sort of a something where I feel like there's a tug of war going on, right? Like, there are things that you want, there are things that they want. Sometimes maybe you're not seeing eye to eye, or there's some sort of a disagreement here that has to do with pride, ego. For some of you, I also feel like there's a jealousy that has happened here. I don't know if you've been getting attention from somebody else and your person is jealous, so take that as it resonates. I feel like for some of you, there's somebody else in your life who wants you, like who is interested, who may be circling around, and your person is picking up that vibe or sees it and also doesn't like it. Okay, so that's not for everybody, but take it as it resonates. There's something here that is causing your person to put up some walls of either jealousy, inadequacy, power struggles, or disagreements on something. And that is why right now they are feeling alone. Whether you're in separation or not, there is a sense of disjunction, or there's a sense of feeling isolated at this time. And that is why, even if, like, say you are in contact, you are together, I feel like you may be sensing that your person is acting a bit distracted. Okay, so if they're acting like they're distracted by their job, their work, by pursuing their financial security, know that distraction, or that sense of them being focused on their career, is also some sort of an emotional response, as in they may be doing it deliberately because there's a lot of heavy emotions that they're feeling. So this might be their escape from that, or this might be their way of right now kind of deflecting away from those heavy emotions. So you may want to, open up a conversation and say, hey, I feel like, you've been really, really working long hours, maybe working weekends, maybe working, maybe very distracted by work. Is there something that you don't want to talk about? Are you doing that because there's something between us that needs to be addressed, but it's easy to just, distract yourself with work so you don't have to address it? Maybe it's time to open up a conversation. Because look at this. See, look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior, okay? So there's something in the behavior here that needs to be changed or modified, and your person may have certain patterns that they are acting out from previous relationships as well, right? Especially with that Five of Swords energy. Whatever is coming up that seems to be some sort of an egoic issue, or some sort of a disagreement or a viewpoint that is clashing, it may come from these patterns. Okay, so again, this is why I feel like your person may be used to not wanting to look at their own pattern by focusing on material aspects of their life, right? Like they may run to, look, I'm going to focus on my business, I'm going to focus on my career, because they don't want to look at the recurring patterns. That's why I feel like there may be a conversation that needs to come through here with a focus on what are the strengths. Okay, so your person, like I said, like they really do care. Of course, they love you. They really do care. They want this relationship to work, but they can become very unfocused because they're afraid to talk about their weaknesses. And again, I feel like that this pattern is something your person sees as a weakness, but they don't have to, right? You may want to tell them, hey, just because there are patterns that are recurring here, you may be triggered by certain things. You don't have to see those as a weakness. You can see that if you address that, you can see that as a strength, right? If you run away from it, then you're seeing it as a weakness. So maybe it's time to focus on what those patterns are, what those triggers are, and come at it from a position of strength. That we don't have to see this as something that is weakening us or that is weakening you. It doesn't have to be like an egoic response, right? Like the ego tends to make us think, oh, well, that makes me look weak. I don't want to talk about that. I'm going to run away from that because that makes me look like a weak person. But your person doesn't need to frame it that way. They can frame it, or you can frame it together as a couple as, look, we're both looking at our patterns and relationships. We're going to focus on those things, but we're going to come at it from a position of strength. We don't need to look at it as it's weakening us in some way or it's making us look bad in some way. See? So I feel like for you guys, it's time for a winter's end. If there's been a freeze here that's gone on between the two of you, if you feel like there's been some cold energy between you, if there's been some distance emotionally from between the two of you, it's time for that to come to an end. See, winter's end, regeneration, rebirth, and a positive outcome. So I feel like it's really important for this conversation to happen. Okay, so let's take a look at specific messages and next actions with some timing. And as I shuffle these cards, can you please go ahead and give this video a like? It really helps the channel. It shows YouTube that we have a message of love here that is worth spreading. And as I said, if you missed the introduction, I just want to thank everybody for all their wonderful comments about my son, because I had mentioned in my last video that every time you subscribe, like this video, and when you subscribe, you're literally helping me, a single mom, put my sweet boy through college. Like, my son is like the sweetest boy you could ever have. I feel so grateful for him every day. I really, really appreciate it. And again, thank you for all of your beautiful messages. I know there are so many single parents in the Live Tarot community. I just want to tell you all that you guys rock. You are amazing. Keep up the amazing work that you're doing, and we are here to support each other. Interesting. No matter what ups and downs we have, it's always been you. You are my one true love. Beautiful that it came right there under that Two of Cups, see? So definitely, whatever these ups and downs are, your person still loves you. They still care. I mean, that's not even a question here. And look, there's a lot of regret that they also have for whatever behavior has gone on here. See, remorse, regret, start making empowered choices. So I feel like your person, this line here is so beautiful. This really shows that there's been some ups and downs, but they really regret that. And again, look at this inner child. Again, that is where this pattern is coming from. So there's definitely something here that, one or both of you can work out when it comes to patterns, things that need to be fixed internally so that you can have a great relationship, right? Progress that can be made in self-love, in removing limited beliefs, in coming out of any kind of ego conflicts with this Five of Swords. And it's interesting, again, that this inner child came also below that. I keep getting signs that remind me of you. I can't ignore them anymore. I need to reach out to you. Okay, so that's for those of you who are in separation. I miss you no matter what it looks like on the outside. I've become good at hiding my true feelings. Again, for those of you who are in separation. To me, this is another indication, another confirmation that yes, they still love you, and yes, they still care. And see, we're getting loss of self and identity. Discover your true self again. So I feel like your person is right now definitely actively seeking a resolution, a reconciliation, a way to solve these Five of Swords issues. This loss, again, not surprising, see, because we have this Nine of Pentacles. This is very much like I'm trying to do stuff on my own because I have at least lost you for the time being, right? They don't want that to continue, or lost the emotional connection if you guys are still together. But your person wants to come out of this. They want to explore these patterns. They know that it's time. And I feel like both of you should work towards having that communication. Okay, that communication is going to be extremely necessary here. That conversation really does need to happen, right? Where, you know, you don't want to see, or you want to encourage them not to see having this conversation about patterns, or having this conversation about what is triggering them. Encourage them not to see that as a weakness. Encourage them to see that as a strength. Wow, in the next few minutes. I love this, okay? So we don't have to take that literally, but I do feel that that spirit saying that a resolution here is coming quickly, which of course we all love. So let me know what you thought in the comment box below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created for you, all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. See you all on the next one. Hello, my beautiful group number 2 that chose the polar bear. Let's take a look at what your person is feeling. Do they still love you? Do they still care? Before we get to that, let's get you an affirmation. What is our beautiful group 2's affirmation of the day from Spirit to keep you in alignment and in a high vibration? I recognize the greatness in myself. Beautiful. I love, love, love this. Make sure that you see, recognize, and value the greatness in you, beautiful group 2. All right, now let's get into your tarot. What is your person feeling? We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Hermit. And we have the Page of Cups. Wow. All right. So let's answer our main question. Does your person still love you? Do they still care? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Now, what I'm feeling here, though, is that for some of you, for many of you, there may have been some sort of a struggle or separation here that has caused somebody, either you, them, or both of you, to feel isolated from one another. Okay, this Hermit's energy, and also look at the placement, you know, coming through right here between that 8 of Wands and that Page of Cups, tells me that this is the central energy where you guys have been kind of maybe, you know, not talking. And even if you are talking, I'm also feeling a block in communication where people may be talking, but it may be about inconsequential things. Like you may be like, how's the weather? Kind of talking around what the issues are, not wanting to directly address whatever has happened here between the two of you that may be making you feel uncomfortable at this time, or making you feel disconnected. Or I'm also getting the feeling there's the sense of like we're not on the same page. We are kind of missing each other. We are miscommunicating with each other. When I say one thing, you think another, or when you say something, I'm thinking something else. There's something here where you just I feel like there's an energy here where your person just feels like you guys haven't been connecting as well as they want you to. Again, I'm just getting that same energy of being on different pages or being in different planes of thought. And this is why I feel like this Hermit energy, whether it is an actual physical separation or whether it's just feeling kind of isolated from one another, is a central kind of energy coming through in your reading, beautiful group 2. I also feel that your person deeply, deeply cares about you, and this is why they are trying to find a solution. So one of the things that I love for the Hermit is, though, even though the Hermit may be withdrawn, may not be liking to come out into the open, they are not just sitting there twiddling their thumbs, right? They're not just sitting there saying, well, I feel defeated. I feel like, there's no resolution here. Nothing's going to happen. I feel like the Hermit is that state where it's like, yeah, you might not be active at this time. You might not actively be talking to people. You might not actively be leaving your home as much, or maybe you are, but you're just going to work and you're coming back home. But the beautiful part of it, though, is that it doesn't mean that you are at a standstill. It is the energy of taking a break in order to see the light. See, the Hermit always has a light here in his hand, which means he is looking for the truth. He is looking for a solution. He or she is looking for the light in the darkness that they may be feeling. So there is definitely a sense of, even though it may look like I have stepped back, even though it looks like I may be a loner at this time, that doesn't mean that I am not actively looking for a solution. That doesn't mean that I'm not actively looking for the light, the positive, the good, and what can be done to change the situation. Because I feel like your person really does want a fast resolution. I love the fact that we got the Hermit with this 8 of Wands, because it tells us that this energy of the Hermit will be coming to an end, or at least your person desires for it to come to an end. They're not kind of in this for the long haul. At least they don't want to be. But they also are realizing that it's going to require a level of communication that is much higher and better than what they have put forth up till now. And that is why we also have that Page of Cups on the other side of the equation here, right? So this tells me that your person very much desires to communicate their feelings to you, but they are probably not the best at doing that. This is somebody who may not be a master communicator just yet in life. They may be somebody who struggles to say the right words, to explain how they're truly thinking or feeling. I also feel like your person, that's one of the reasons why they're like in this Hermit's energy at this time. They're kind of grasping for the right words, grasping for figuring out the right way to explain themselves to you. I also feel, though, that the Hermit being major arcana, it's a very good indication that there is a big spiritual lesson too that your person is learning at this time and looking for that enlightenment. And part of looking for that enlightenment, I feel for them, is to step into a better place as somebody who knows how to communicate their real thoughts and feelings and to not hold back. I also love this 8 of Wands, because to me, this is the energy of like, I no longer wish to hold back. I want to come forth now in power, standing in my power, being able to fully open up. I almost feel like this person wants to be able to open up to you, whether regardless of what it is. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of a block for them where they have a hard time explaining something to you if it's something that you may think is negative. Okay, so I feel like this person has a hard time communicating when I don't want to say criticism, but I feel like they have a hard time communicating if something is not working for them. They may be somebody who is wanting to avoid conflict. So if there's something with it, something in the relationship that is like bothering them or is not working for them, which is very natural. I'm sure you have that too. Everybody has that, right? Because we're all different human beings. We've all come from different backgrounds, different experiences. You know, some things that work for you may not work for them, and vice versa. But I feel like your person with this Page of Cups energy also kind of struggles to be honest about that, because there's a sense of like they feel embarrassed, or they feel like, you know, they're being negative. They don't know how to put that constructive, again, I don't like to say criticism, but like that, you know, they don't know how to put it in the right words. And this is why I feel like they're getting this energy of balancing act. It's like they always are trying to have this balancing act between not wanting to offend you or hurt you, but also speaking their truth. Let me say that again. They don't want to offend you or hurt you, but they struggle in how to communicate their truth. And you know what? You guys might be mirroring each other in this too. You might feel the same way. You might also not want to hurt their feelings or offend them. And so you also may have a hard time communicating your true thoughts and feelings about certain things within your relationship because you don't want to offend. So you may both be feeling this balancing act. Like, how do I balance being truthful, you know, being within my power without hurting or offending or turning the other person off? And so this is why I feel like both of you, I feel like Spirit is asking both of you to step into your truth, you know, to be okay with being a powerful human being. And when I mean being a powerful human being, I mean to be okay with speaking what your truth is, because you can do it. It's in the how, right? It's not in the what. You can communicate whatever is on your mind. The question is, can you do it in a fashion that opens up the conversation? So it's the how part of it. How are you saying it? Are you saying it from compassion, from peace, from understanding, from opening up a dialogue of mutual understanding and mutual respect? Are you saying it respectfully? Same thing for them. Are they saying it respectfully to you? Are they saying it with humility, kindness, and compassion? Are they saying it from the perspective of, I want you to feel that I have an open mind to whatever it is that you have to share, right? I feel like there is a fear here from your person that maybe you won't be open-minded to what they have to share, or vice versa. Maybe you feel also that they won't be open-minded. So I feel like Spirit is asking both of you to come into a conversation showing each other that whatever the issues are, whatever you are hiding from each other at this time because you're afraid of offending or being critical, it is okay to share that from kindness, respect, and saying, hey, my mind is totally open to what your truth is. Okay, I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm not going to judge you for what you're feeling. I'm not going to lash out at you. I'm not going to respond in anger. Even, you know, as best as I can, right? I'm coming from I'm trying to understand and be open-minded and see your point of view. See, treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. So see, your person, they really do care. They love you. They want to treasure you. And I think they're afraid that if they go in deeper on some of the issues that are going on between the two of you, that you may feel that they are not treasuring you. They don't want you to feel that way. They want you to feel treasured. They don't want you to feel criticized or judged. And I think their holding back also comes from this, see, sadness and ending and a new beginning, a hidden gift. I feel like they've probably had experiences in the past where they did speak their truth and it didn't end well for them. It led to some sort of sadness or ending or something where the other person couldn't take it, but they have internalized this, you know, and that's unfortunate. So let's take a look at some specific messages from them, some next actions, and some timing. So as I am shuffling these cards for you, I just want to ask you, can you please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, because that really helps the channel, shows YouTube that we have a message of love that is worth spreading. Also, in case you missed the introduction, I just want to thank you all for your beautiful messages of support. In my last video, I had said, please do subscribe, because you will be surprised to know that when you subscribe, You are literally helping me, a single mom, put my sweet son through college. Yeah, I feel so grateful. I have such an amazing son who I feel is literally a gift from spirit. And I'm telling you, when you subscribe and you help us grow this community, you are literally helping me, or helping a young man get through college. So thank you so much for that. And I know that I feel like that struck a chord. It really resonated with all of you, because I know there's a lot of amazing single parents in the Live Tarot community. Thank you for sharing your stories and your messages. I think you rock. You are amazing. You have to give yourself more credit for all the amazing things you're doing as a single parent. And again, this community, we are all here to support each other in that process. So thank you again for subscribing. Yeah, oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Let's take a look at next actions here. And we're going to get some timing. Just general guidance, Spirit, on timing. All right, so look at this. I long for you, but can't express it. I'm trying to heal my childhood wound so I don't hurt you again. So see, it's interesting that, again, this came under that Page of Cups. So this is also to me an indication of, you know, issues from childhood as well as past experiences that, you know, of things having ended. Look, this is also a very young person here. So I do feel like there's something here where things have not ended well for your person when they spoke their truth. And so this is why it's like they are afraid to do so. So they are longing for you. They want to express their truth to you. They are trying to raise their vibration. I feel like that is definitely part of their next actions. They definitely want to be a better person. They want to grow from this. They want to grow with you. Right? You're the love of my life. You make me want to be a better person. I want to be happy and content with you. So again, see, I feel like there is so much love here. There's so much beauty here between the two of you. It's just a matter of being more in a space of, you know what, you can tell me anything. You know, it's not going to hurt me. It's not going to hurt the relationship. It's not going to make things difficult between us. In fact, it will open up the conversation. I pushed you away because I was scared to commit to a real relationship. There you go. So with that Hermit's energy, I feel like they know that a real relationship is about open and honest communication. And that has always been a bit of a hidden path for your person. Again, I feel like it is because of them playing this balancing act, not wanting to hurt, not wanting to offend. But I think they're coming around to this idea that they cannot keep wearing this mask to you, right? And I'm not saying they're deceiving you. It's not negative. It's them wearing this mask of, you know, not wanting to share fully what they may be thinking and feeling that may not be a popular opinion here, right? And I feel like Spirit is saying, again, in your next actions together, I think both of you are going to take off this mask. It is time to be honest and truthful, because if you don't fully share with one another, you're going to keep pushing each other away. And then you won't have the real relationship that you want, right? Because real relationships are about sharing the nitty-gritty, warts and all, right? Sharing every part of you, right? And not holding back. So I feel like this entire reading has been all about breaking through the barriers that are holding the two of you back. And I feel like that is coming to an end. See, it happens when you let go of your limiting beliefs. Oh my gosh, thank you, Spirit. See, this is the limiting belief that if I communicate openly somehow, right, I'm going to offend, it's not going to work out, I'm going to hurt, I'm not open-minded. There's something here that is opening up, open-minded, no more limiting beliefs. I love it. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I used in this reading, all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I love you all. See you all on the next one. My beautiful group 3 that chose the grizzly bear, here is your reading. Do they still love you? Do they still care? And before we get started, we're going to get you a powerful affirmation from Spirit. Spirit, please give us an affirmation for our beautiful group 3 to support them in being high vibration and their best self. I see love, I feel love, I am love. Beautiful. You know, sometimes we may say that we want love in our life, and yet when we really think about it, when we really sit with ourselves, sometimes we realize that maybe our heart space isn't as open as we thought that it was, right? Due to past wounds, due to past disappointments, broken hearts. I've been there. Oh boy, have I been there. So I get it, you know, and oftentimes it's like we think we're putting ourselves out there. You know, this is true whether you are single looking for love or if you are, you know, with somebody or in separation from somebody, but we sometimes do close our hearts. And so I feel like this is a wonderful reminder that we want to keep opening up our heart to love, and love everywhere, not just romantic love, right? But love for everything, our family, our friends, our beautiful animals, our beautiful world, nature, spirit. Just open up your heart to love. What a beautiful, beautiful thing to remember for group 3. All right, now let's get into your tarot. We have the World. We have, wow, the Moon. Major arcanas coming through. And we have the King of Swords. All right, so does your person still love you? Do they still care? Yes, however, it seems like they are in a pretty challenging place right now, okay? I feel that this is somebody who has definitely sabotaged this relationship. Okay, I'm getting a strong energy of self-sabotage from this person. I feel like the issue is not do they love you, do they care? The issue is why do they self-sabotage when they love somebody and care? Okay, so it's interesting that the fact that if you have been feeling that your person has been sabotaging this relationship or self-sabotaging themselves, it sounds counterintuitive, but they are doing that because they love you and care. You know, it's like there's something coming through with this person where it's like their first instinct when they feel deep connection is to run. It's a running instinct that they have, and that has nothing to do with you. So if you feel like your person has withdrawn or run from this connection, it is not your fault. I feel like it is just a tendency that they already have, and it's unfortunate because I feel like this is a tendency that they have that has really, really kept them from having real and deep love in their life, and that's really unfortunate. And part of the reason why really is because they tend to be too much in their heads and not as much in their hearts. And look at the irony here. I feel like there's a reason why we're getting this for you. There's a reason why you got this affirmation, because I feel like your person needs this affirmation just as much as you do. I feel like they may be somebody who's out there saying they want a relationship, who's out there saying, yes, I love you. Yes, I care about you. I want to be with you. But there's something in their heart that is closed off. There is something in their heart that they keep locked, and they really struggle to open up their heart space energy when love comes into their life. And it's so interesting because I feel like maybe, especially if you're on the twin flame journey, you both may be mirroring each other in that sense, right? So if spirit is saying to you, you need to see love, feel love, and be love, I feel like your person has the same lesson. Isn't this crazy? Oh my God, Spirit, thank you so much. I love it when they're just like so on it. Like, you know, they're like calling out the bullshit today. Like, you know, and I'm not saying you guys have bullshit. What I'm saying is that calling out the bullshit that we carry within us that keep us from love, right? In a gentle, loving way. That is what Spirit's job is, right? Calling us out on the things that are holding us back, the things that are keeping us in this moon's energy. But what I do like about what's going on with your person is that there is definitely some spiritual awakening. There is definitely a spiritual transition and opening up that is happening because we are seeing movement through this major arcana, right? The moon's energy can be quite tricky, right? Because oftentimes it keeps us stuck where we are. It doesn't let us move forward because it makes everything seem very dark and unclear. And as human beings, when the path in front of us, especially to love or anything else that we want that is really deeply important or meaningful to us, when that path in front of us seems like it is blocked or it seems unclear, it seems murky and dark, we tend to not want to move down it, right? We tend to not want to take steps forward because we don't know where we're going. And I feel like that is where your person has been for a bit of time. You know, like they may not be moving this relationship or this connection forward because there's something that is dark within them. There's something that is putting darkness on their path. And they don't know how to navigate through that, or they don't know how to actually turn on the light. And this is why I'm saying that there's definitely an energy of self-sabotage from this person. But this is something that they are going to have to come to terms with. And I feel like the time is now, because I feel like this relationship, this connection, it has come into their life. This connection with you has come into their life in order to push them forward into asking themselves those questions, right? Like, okay, you know, falling in love with you, loving you is pushing them to ask themselves why they self-sabotage, because now the stakes are very, very high. If they continue to self-sabotage, they have realized that they will eventually lose you altogether, because self-sabotage is a great disruptor of relationships, right? It is like kind of like the end of, you know, love. See? It's the end of love. The more you self-sabotage, the more you block yourself from love. So this is why I feel like your person with this world's energy, for some of you, this can indicate, not for everybody, so take it as it resonates, but some of you, this can indicate that for now, the relationship has come to some sort of standstill or ending because of this person's self-sabotage. And again, it may even be a twin flame journey. Maybe the two of you are both sabotaging this in some way, maybe that you are not aware of. You, my dear group 3, may be a little bit more conscious. Maybe you are a little bit more illuminated, more seeking expansion, knowing your connection to spirit. And maybe you are seeing things a little bit more clearly, but you may also be self-sabotaging in other ways that you may not be aware of. So I feel that spirit is saying it's time to expand your world, you know, because these can be very limiting viewpoints. They can be like tunnel vision. Okay, the combination of the moon and being stuck in this King of Swords energy, I see it as like a tunnel vision where you're only seeing a slice. You're not expanding your vision to see the world. And isn't it so beautiful? I feel, again, spirit, they're just amazing in this reading today. I'm so appreciative. I feel like they're saying both of you, either your person or you or both of you, need to start getting out of the tunnel vision, expanding your vision to make it big, grand, expand your understanding, understand your place in the world, understand what is going on truly going on between the two of you, as well as how that affects the world that you are trying to create around you with this relationship, right? Wow, really, really powerful here, guys. Wow, see? Amazing. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. Is there something that you guys are not listening to? So to me, because the main energy of this reading is this idea of tunnel vision, that also is part of, to me, it's not just vision, but it's also like what you choose to hear, right? So are you limiting and tunneling yourself in what you see and what you hear and how you listen to one another? So I feel like your person is starting to realize that maybe they have not been listening to you the way they should be, and maybe vice versa. Maybe you're not listening to each other as powerfully or as well as you could be. Maybe it is time to release all of the limiting and negative and self-sabotaging thoughts, because the more you hold on to those thoughts and you're not releasing them, the less you're actually able to listen, right? The more we're stuck in our own heads with this King of Swords, the more we are stuck in that moon's energy of everything being murky and our own thoughts and our own limiting beliefs just going around in circles in our head. That is blocking us from truly listening. That is blocking us from truly listening to the whispers of spirit in our soul, and also through listening to our own soul and what spirit is telling us about each other and this connection. So spirit is saying, I think, and your person is beginning to understand that maybe there's something here that they didn't want to hear. Okay, there's something here in this connection that they didn't want to listen to or didn't want to hear, or maybe even both sides here. So it's interesting to me that this is a little bit similar to group 2, in that there's some sort of a conversation that needs to be had here. There's a listening that needs to happen here. There's a hearing that needs to happen here. But I do feel that there is more self-sabotage going on with your person here than there was in group 2's person. That, I think, is the difference. But essentially it still does come down to having better conversations, you know. Consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Oh my gosh, look at this again, guys, again. See, this is so powerful. This is the recurring theme here. Are you guys committed to love? Have you truly opened up your hearts? Or are your hearts closed off, even though you say you love each other? Even though you know you love each other, are you fully opening yourselves up? Are you being vulnerable? See, I feel like the self-sabotage that is happening here, especially with your person, is they love you so much. Yes, they care, but they are not being fully vulnerable with you. And when you are not fully able to be vulnerable with each other, right? When you're putting up a facade in some way, or you're trying to deal with, you know, you're keeping things vague between the two of you because you're too afraid to step into vulnerability, or, you know, you have an issue of, you know, being very, you know, afraid of depending on somebody for love, right? Being afraid of being truly vulnerable with somebody. Then that is where this, see, creating harmony through balance, yin yang, like spirit is saying, you guys are out of balance. It's time to come back into harmony through eliminating that self-sabotage. Okay, really powerful here. I hope you are seeing this. So let's take a look at specific messages from your person, next actions, and guidance on timing. So while I'm shuffling, can you please go ahead and give this video a like? Can you please just click on that thumbs up? That really helps me, shows YouTube that we have a message of love that's worth spreading. And also thank you to everybody, in case you missed what I said in the intro. Just thank you so much for all your support for me and my son. I had said in my last video that literally when you subscribe to this channel, you are helping a single mom like me put my son through college. And you know, I thank spirit every day. I feel like I have been, you know, there's been a lot of challenges in my life. Things have been really rough, but I feel like Spirit made it up to me by giving me like the best son I could ever hope for. And so by subscribing, thank you so much for helping me to put him through college and making his dreams come true. So it really just touches my heart. You guys sent me a lot of messages and emails with your support. And I want to say in return, I know there are so many kick-ass awesome single parents in the Live Tarot community. Kudos to all of you. I know you're doing an amazing job. You are not giving yourself enough credit. Make sure you pat yourself on the back for the amazing things you're doing for your kids, and know that we are all here to support you as well. Love you guys so much. Thank you. So here's some specific messages. Take them as they resonate. Let's take a look at future actions. Interesting. Some similarities again to group 2 here. Okay, we'll take a look at this timing for you at the end. I had too many expectations of you. I was selfish and focused on myself. I didn't care about your needs. Yeah, see, so again, I feel like this to me is also a result of this energy right here, right? A little bit of that self-sabotaging, a little bit of projection on you, rather than taking, full responsibility for themselves. You're my secret inspiration. Your smile lights up my world. I love laughing with you. So yeah, so that there's another answer for you about, do they still care? Do they still love you? Absolutely. So there's a lot of really good, beautiful feelings, really good, positive emotions here between the two of you. And this is why I feel like this is something that is going to be worth working out, right? I feel safe confiding in you. I trust you completely. I can share all of my secrets with you. So this is where I feel like your person wants to be, right? I feel like this is where that vulnerability comes into the picture. I feel like your person very much feels safe with you, and yet they are, just at that point of like not yet fully confiding or being fully vulnerable. And I feel like this is kind of their desire of where they wish to be. And I feel like this is going to happen. Look at this. It came right under the World card. So this tells me that it's going to happen when you guys come out of that tunnel vision and start expanding your world together. So very powerful here. And again, this is why it's going to be important to come out of this solitude energy. And I feel like this is your person this is their next step, right? There's a lot of fear that comes from that self-sabotage, that tunnel vision, right? And it has definitely come from they feel more comfortable, kind of solitude, being a little bit of a loner, not loner as in they don't have friends or family or don't want to be around people, but a loner in their emotional health. They find it hard to open up or be vulnerable, right? Even though they have a lot and they may have a lot of people around them, they're not vulnerable with those people because there's a fear there. So I feel like that is something that your person is really wanting to change, to get rid of, to come out of this energy so they can create this beautiful relationship with you that is all about finally opening up their heart and your heart and you guys together to love, right? And being safe with one another, feeling that you can trust each other completely with your secrets, with your vulnerability, with everything. And it's all going to start with this beautiful listening energy. It's time to truly listen to one another. See, 1 week, very fast resolution. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. I feel like there's a really strong energy here of fast resolution. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I used in this reading, all of the links are in the box below. Also, let me know what you thought in the comment box below. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys. See you all on the next one.